Think about the last time you used a public restroom. Be honest. You probably held your breath, braced yourself, touched as little as possible, and got out as fast as you could. In most of the world, a public toilet is something you endure, not something you enjoy. Now picture the opposite. A spotless public restroom, cleaned multiple times a day, a heated seat with a warm water wash, free, on a street corner, a toilet designed by one of the most famous architects on Earth, one you can actually see straight through until you lock the door, and the glass turns solid. That's not a luxury hotel. That's just a public toilet in Tokyo. So today, 15 things Japanese public restrooms have that make ours feel like relics. And stay with me for number 3, which genuinely sounds impossible, and number 1, the cultural obsession that explains how an entire country keeps its public toilets this clean. Let's get into it. One honest note up front, because it makes the story better. Even in Japan, public toilets weren't always seen this way. For years, locals viewed them much like we do, as dark, slightly grim places you avoid if you can. The difference is what Japan decided to do about it. Instead of accepting that a public toilet has to be unpleasant, they treated it as a problem worth solving, with technology, with design, and with a level of maintenance most countries never even attempt. The result is a public restroom experience that genuinely has no equal. So let's walk through it, from the everyday comforts to the ones that look like art installations. Number 15. They're everywhere, and they cost nothing. Across Japan, clean public toilets are remarkably easy to find. In train stations, parks, department stores, and on practically every block in the form of convenience stores that let anyone use their restroom free of charge. You're rarely far from one. In much of the West, finding a free, usable public toilet in a city can feel like a genuine quest. In Japan, it's a non-issue. Number 14. The famous high-tech toilets, out in public. The heated seats, the warm water cleansing, the controls Japan is famous for at home, they turn up in public restrooms too. You can find advanced bidet-style toilets on a street corner, in a station, even on the Shinkansen bullet train. Features the West considers a high-end home upgrade are simply the public standard there. Number 13. The sound masking device. Public stalls often include a button that plays a gentle masking sound, frequently flowing water, sometimes nicknamed Otohime, the sound princess. It exists to spare people embarrassment over bathroom noises, and it replaced an older, wasteful habit of flushing again and again, purely for privacy. It's privacy and water saving, solved with one quiet button. Number 12. Clear vacant or occupied indicators. Many facilities make it instantly obvious which stalls are free, with clear indicators. No awkward door rattling, no guessing, no peering under gaps. It's a tiny thing that removes a small, universal daily friction. And removing small daily frictions is, in a sense, the entire theme of this list. Number 11. Real facilities for parents. Japanese public restrooms frequently include a wall-mounted baby seat, a secure spot to safely hold an infant while you use the toilet, along with diaper-changing stations. For any parent who's tried to manage a baby in a cramped Western stall with nowhere safe to set them down, this is a small miracle of basic consideration. Number 10. Genuine accessibility. Beyond the standard stalls, you'll find spacious, fully accessible facilities, barrier-free entrances, room for wheelchairs, support equipment, braille signage, and toilets designed to accommodate the elderly, pregnant women, nursing mothers, and people with a range of needs, including ostomate fixtures. Accessibility isn't an afterthought bolted on at the edge. In the best facilities, it's built into the core of the design. Number 9. Pictograms designed to be universal. Japan has put real thought into making restroom signage clear for everyone, including foreign visitors who can't read Japanese. In high-profile projects, top art directors have designed clean, highly visible pictograms so that anyone, any language, any background, can instantly understand the space. It reflects a mindset of designing for the actual public, in all its variety, not just for locals. Now, everything so far has been about comfort and consideration, but this is where it stops being about plumbing entirely and becomes about design, art, and civic pride. Because in one Tokyo district, the public toilet has been reimagined by some of the most celebrated architects alive. We've got see-through walls that turn solid, restrooms that double as rain shelters, toilets shaped like forest huts, and at number 1, the cultural obsession that keeps every last one of them spotless. Keep watching. Number 8. The Tokyo Toilet Project. In Shibuya, Tokyo, an initiative funded by a major foundation set out to completely reinvent the public restroom. They invited 16 of the world's most acclaimed architects and designers to rebuild 17 public toilets across the district as beautiful, accessible, welcoming spaces. The goal was bold, to take the most overlooked, undervalued piece of city infrastructure and turn it into something people might actually admire, even seek out. And it worked. Number 7. The one I promised you. And it's the showstopper. At 2 parks in Shibuya, the architect Shigeru Ban built public restrooms with transparent, colorfully lit glass walls. You can see straight inside the empty stall, which lets you check, from outside, that it's clean and that no one's waiting in there. Then you step in, lock the door, and the specially made smart glass instantly turns opaque, giving you complete privacy. By night, the walls glow like lanterns, making the whole area feel safer and more inviting. A see-through public toilet that becomes solid the moment you need it to. It sounds impossible, and it's real. Number 6. The Rain Shelter Restroom. The legendary architect Tadao Ando designed one with a broad, disc-like roof that juts out like the brim of a hat, deliberately giving pedestrians a place to take refuge from sudden rain. Inside, a circular passage allows air to flow through while keeping things private, and a fully accessible toilet sits at the center. A public restroom that doubles as shelter from the weather. That's design thinking the West rarely applies to a humble toilet. Number 5. The Forest Hut Restroom. Architect Kengo Kuma, famous for his work with wood, created a cluster of small huts clad in cedar planks, connected by a little path so the whole structure feels like a quiet walk through the woods. Different huts serve different needs, including a fully accessible restroom and even a toilet designed specifically for small children. A public toilet reimagined as a calming natural retreat. Number 4. Restrooms scaled for kids. Several of these facilities include toilets sized and designed specifically for children, alongside the standard and accessible options. It's a quiet acknowledgement that the public includes small people too, and that a child shouldn't have to wrestle with a fixture built for an adult. Once you notice it, its absence everywhere else becomes glaring. Number 3. Eco-conscious design. Some of these restrooms incorporate genuinely thoughtful environmental features. Rainwater is harvested in certain facilities and reused for flushing or irrigation, and strategic skylights and windows reduce the need for artificial lighting during the day. Even the most overlooked building in the city gets designed to tread a little lighter. Number 2. The maintenance is relentless. Here's the part that's easy to miss, and it's arguably the most important. No matter how stunning a public toilet looks, it loses everything the moment it's dirty. So the upkeep is extraordinary. The Tokyo toilet facilities are cleaned multiple times a day, 3 routine cleanings daily, with monthly deep cleans, an annual top-to-bottom service, and regular inspections. The cleaning crews even wear specially designed uniforms to give the work dignity and a positive image. The design gets the headlines. The maintenance is the real reason they stay beautiful. And number 1. The cultural obsession with cleanliness itself. Strip away the architecture and the technology, and you reach the foundation everything rests on: a deep, society-wide value placed on cleanliness and consideration for the next person. Remember, this is the same culture where children clean their own schools, where you take your shoes off at the door, where people carry their own trash home rather than litter. Public cleanliness isn't enforced from the top down. It's absorbed from childhood. That's the thing the West can't simply buy or build. You can install a beautiful, high-tech public toilet anywhere on Earth, but keeping it spotless, year after year, depends on a population that genuinely treats a shared space as something worth protecting, and a system willing to invest seriously in maintaining it. Japan has both. That combination, more than any single gadget or famous architect, is the real reason their public restrooms feel like they're from the future, while ours feel like relics. So look at the whole list. Free, spotless toilets everywhere, high-tech seats out in public, sound masking, real facilities for parents and for people with disabilities, restrooms designed by world-famous architects, walls that turn from glass to solid, and underneath all of it, a culture that simply refuses to accept that a public toilet has to be grim. That's the deeper lesson here. The gap between a Japanese public restroom and a Western one was never really about money or technology. It was about respect. The radical idea that the most ordinary, overlooked public space still deserves to be clean, dignified, and beautifully made, because everyone uses it. So tell me below, what's the worst public restroom you've ever had the misfortune of using? And which of these 15 would you most want to see show up in your own city? For me, it's the transparent toilet. I still can't fully believe it's real. And if this changed how you see something as small as a public toilet, then you already understand what this whole channel is about. That the most ordinary corners of daily life in Japan are quietly full of genius, if you just slow down and look. We're working through all of it, so stick around. So why don't we have this? After everything on this list, maybe the better question is, what are we waiting for?